Hey guys, Craig here with United Canine. Today we're going to talk about service dogs, but before we get started, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All right, now, what is a service dog? A service dog is a medical dog that is trained to perform a medical task for a individual, one person. Okay, it's covered by the ADA and has full access. Now, you need a service dog. What is the first thing you need to do? First thing you need to do is temperament test your dog or find a dog that can perform the task for you. Once you find that, you start training. Now, do you need a professional training company to help you train your dog? No, you can train your own dog by yourself. All right, or find somebody that can help you with it. So you're in training, you're starting to work with your dog, so on and so forth. You go out to a store and you got your vest on, dog says in training, and a store comes up to you and asks you to leave. You get upset. Who's right in this scenario? The store is. And the reason why is a service dog in training does not have full access, is not protected under the ADA. Well, how do you train your dog? These lights are not really working today. How do you train your dog if you can't take it out in public? Well, there's a lot of places you can go, a lot of dog-friendly stores, so on and so forth, that allows dogs to go in. Like, I'm in Texas. Texas has Academy Sports, has Tractor Supply, Lowe's, Home Depot, so on and so forth. Actually, you know what? Wherever you guys are located, put the state you're from. I'm curious on where everybody is. And two, if you know any dog-friendly stores in those states, go ahead and post them down below. Now, so take the dogs into these stores, you get them trained, get them taken care of, get the training good, get your tasks, get everything good. Your dog's ready to go out in public. So a lot of people tell you, okay, well, now you need to take your public access test. Well, your public access test is not needed. Okay, I highly recommend that you do one so you can see where your dog is at. A lot of people kind of overlook things because they're getting excited and stuff like this, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit, about getting their dog out in public, the freedom that they're about to get. So, excuse me, you don't have to take a public access test, and then people are going to tell you, well, you have to register it. You got to register your service dog. There is no registry. Well, what about all these websites I see? They're all fake. Every single one of them, all fake. So what do? Nothing. There is nothing you can do for a registry. All right, you just take your dog out in public. It's simple. Once you take your dog out in public, you're good to go. That's all you needed. You don't need to have your dog in a vest. All right, you could just take your dog out in public. When you go into public, people come up to you and like, is that a service dog? Yes. All right, what task is that dog trained in for you? What medical task is that dog trained? All right, and you tell them. If you are, say you're out out with somebody, and somebody comes up to you and they say you need to leave because your dog is doing this, this, and this, okay, or your dog's just doing one of these things. Do you have to leave? If your dog is being a nuisance, yes. It doesn't matter if it's a service dog or not. If your dog was being a nuisance and they have documentation of it, you have to leave. People fight this all the time. Well, I have rights. This is a service dog. It doesn't matter. Okay? Can you be evicted from a home if your service dog was being, a nuisance to neighbors or something like that? Yes. A service dog is properly trained to be obedient at all times. It's working. So, and if you live in a home that doesn't allow dogs, but they allow your dog because it's a service dog, they can evict you if your dog's misbehaving. Grant you, the dog is not working at the time when it's home, depending on the type of dog that you have. All right. Service dog people, the people that actually have service dogs, are out in public, they're doing the right things. Here's things that people do that they should not be doing. Okay, number one, dog in a shopping cart or in a bag. That is just no. All four on the floor. Dog needs to be by your side, paying attention to you at all times. I get it. A lot of people are like, well, that dog needs to smell my breath. All right. No, the dog can smell you from down the floor. It's amazing how great the dog's nose is. All right. The dog's nose can smell a female dog in heat, the male dog, in heat up to a mile away. Military dogs that we used to train in the military can smell little pieces of explosives buried underground. They can smell your chemical change in your body from the floor. Big or small, doesn't matter what type of dog you have, they can smell from the floor. If you have a service dog, enough of these lights, and you want to put it in a shopping cart, you can't do that. Why? Because what happens if the next person's allergic to dogs? Well, my dog's a poodle. Doesn't matter. I had a trainer work for me. Her husband went into the emergency room because of a poodle. It's not the hair. It's the dandruff and the saliva. Okay? Now, the other thing, dogs on tables in Russia. Oh, this one kills me. I see it all. I see it way more than I should be seeing that. Nope, dogs should be under the table. If you have a Great Dane or some big massive dog that can't fit under the table, then they need to put you in an area where the dog's not in the way. We're going to come back to here because I want to jump on another category real quick. Parents, kids, adults. You see that service dog walking down the aisle. Don't try to go pet the dog. Leave the dog alone. All right? It is working. It is there to keep that person's life safe. Not from a criminal, medically. All right? If the handler says no, which they should, because that's what they're supposed to say, all right? Leave them alone. Don't like, oh, it's okay, blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm going to pet your dog anyways. All dogs love me. Don't say stuff like that because it's still a no. Let me ask you this. If you had a kid and I walked up to your kid and I'm like, can I pet your kid? What's your answer? No. Say if I touched your kid after you told me no, what are you going to do? Either knock me out or call the police. All right? It's the same thing. If somebody tells you no, don't touch my service dog, then don't touch it. Okay? Are you going to walk up to somebody and say, can I touch your wheelchair? Can I pet your pacemaker? No. Same thing. Leave the service dog alone. Don't make, oh, puppy, oh my God, it's a service. Don't do that. All right? You're just trying to distract the dog. The dog is not there for you. The dog is there for an individual and to help with their medical task. All right? Now, jumping back to handler. If you have a service dog and you're out in public and somebody asks you to pet your dog, your answer should be no. All right? I don't know how many service dog pages I have been on. Service dog fraud. Okay? pages. And there's this one video in particular that really just got me going. Was they've shared this picture of a service dog, golden retriever, out in Disney World, and everybody's petting this dog, and this dog is pulling on the leash, and the owner and the dog are jumping up in the air together, and the dog's going up to Mickey Mouse, and they're like, that's really good training. First things first, if it's training, that dog should not be out in public. And if anybody wants to argue the fact, just go under the ADA, the rules, and it says that right there. In training, not covered under the ADA. Okay? Well, dogs need to keep up on socialization. Your dog shouldn't be out in public if it's not socialized. Okay? If your service dog is out being pet by other people, and the store or the facility or whatever comes up and say, hey, you got to leave, all right, they can ask you to leave. And you have to leave because you are showing that your dog is no longer a service dog. Your dog just became a therapy dog. I have clients that contact me that paid buku bucks for their service dogs, and they move over here or something, like whatever their situation is, they come to me and they said they allow their dog to be pet by other people. Now when they're out in public, their dog wants to go say hi to everybody. I don't care about you. I don't need to wait for you to have a medical issue because to get pets and rewards. I just got to go see these people over here. They're going to pet and love on me. That is what you're programming your service dog to be. As for, remember this. Your service dog is medical equipment. Okay? So a pacemaker doesn't take a break. Like, that's the other excuse I hear. Oh, my service dog needed a break. It needed to get some pets and loves from people. No. That is not a service dog. All right? You're on mission with your canine down in Afghanistan or Iraq. Oh, my dog needs a break. They don't get breaks. They get breaks when we get back to the fob. So, just like if your dog needs a break, if it looks like it's tired, you take them out of that environment back to your personal space where dogs are allowed. But even if you're out in a store and you're in a dog-friendly store and you allow that dog to get pet, same thing. You're still teaching your dog to ignore its rules and pay attention to you. You can argue with me all you want on this subject. I didn't write the ADA. I did not write the ADA rules. It states in the ADA rules, the dog is there for you and you only in public in its full access. If you want that dog to go say hi to other people, you are the one saying that your dog is no longer a service dog. Trying to make it a little lighter in here. So, it's starting to rain. Does this work? Aha! There we go. So, another thing is where people think service dogs are a privilege. They're not. It is just like any other medical equipment. We all don't want it. True people that get service dogs, they're not happy about getting a service dog. They're not excited about getting a service dog. It says that there is something wrong with me, that I need medical assistance. I had a service dog. Y'all caught that? Had. I worked on myself where I didn't need to have a service dog anymore. And I'm doing pretty good. Okay? Some people don't have the privilege of getting away from it. Some people do. It's not something to be excited about. If you walk into a store, now think about it. If everybody followed the rules and you walked into a store, right, and you had a dog by your side, what does that tell everybody around you? It tells them that you have something wrong, medically wrong with you. Obviously, if they can't see it, they're going to think something mentally wrong with you. Or like diabetic or seizure. Okay? It makes you feel like you're being stereotyped. Just remember, a service dog is not a privilege. Oh, I almost forgot. ESAs. Everybody says ESA is a service dog. No, it's not. Okay, there are 3 dog categories: service dog, therapy dog, and ESAs. ESAs basically only have privileges to stay in places like hotels and in your home and stuff, and rentals and so on and so forth. A therapy dog is for everybody that needs emotional support, just like a ESA. One person support. Okay? And they're both therapy dogs and ESAs are not protected by the ADA. So you can't take them out in public. So if you walk into a store and you say, oh, this is my emotional support animal, and they tell you to leave, don't get in a fight with them. You have an emotional support animal. You're in the wrong place. I think I covered pretty much a lot of it. If I haven't, you can comment below. You can check us out on UnitedCanineAcademy.com. Send me an email if you need more advice. I'm here to help people help get the proper education. That's why our slogan is the way it is. But don't forget to share this video. I think this is going to be a really good video to watch and help people understand about service dogs. There's a bunch of people out there, there's groups and organizations actually pushing to get the government to really take effect into service dogs, so service dogs, like fake service dogs, stop ruining real service dogs. For instance, like I have a client that their dog, right, got attacked. Their real service dog, they paid like, I want to say 20 grand for this dog, all right, got attacked by a fake service dog. Straight up attacked. Right? The problem is the family they're suing doesn't have any money. All right? So they're going to have to come up with this money for their new service dog. This was a diabetic alert dog. Lots of training, lots of time put into that dog. And the dog is, almost didn't make it. That's how bad the attack was. So think about it. Next time you want to take your fake service dog out in public, and it possibly wants to act up that way, you could be sued for it. Think about it. Think about the money, and if you oh, I don't have any money for them to take anyways, they'll start putting liens on your stuff. If you own a car or you're leasing a car or renting a car, they can still put a lien on your car. What will happen then is the bank will pay the people whatever, and then they'll charge you for it. Because the banks don't want to keep that money or keep that vehicle or whatever it is. Same with the house. So there's always a way. All right. So think about it. Next time you want to take that fake service dog out and break the laws, there's other consequences besides getting in trouble with the government. All right, guys. Well, it's getting late. I got to go pick up my little mini-me. And, but until next time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Share this video. Let others find the video and get educated on what's the proper thing to do. But until next time, I'll see y'all then.